Welcome to 2K Sports. What could be better than kicking back on a Sunday afternoon watching the NBA? Welcome, everyone, courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. Takes the three, drops in the three.
3 points.
Well, the center position is obviously a point of strength for both of these teams, Brent.
Do you believe, B.A., that these guys are coming in and not thinking about that very same thing? These guys want to test each other tonight, and you wonder, whoever gets the best of the other guy, will that elevate the next couple weeks of play for them in terms of their confidence? So a big man battle, let's keep a close eye on it.
Now here's Hardaway. Making a mark on the offensive end, scoring around 13 a game. To the paint. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
What a powerhouse move from Kawhi, getting right to the rim.
Here's Frazier. Here's Davis. Pass to Edey. First quarter, just over a minute played. And he can't jam it through. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We talked about the task of facing Jimmy Butler, a fiery wing. Coach said, you can talk about the scouting report all you want with Jimmy, but he brings the extra dimension. Butler has the attitude that is unmatched in the league. The passion of Jimmy Butler in full focus tonight, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. So it's Miami now. After the basket by Charlotte. Pass to Leonard. Down low. Claxton. Out to Leonard. Clock at 6. Here's Starks. Left side Butler. With the clock winding down. And it's Butler with the jam.
Jimmy's such a well-conditioned athlete, using that vertical he has to get up and throw it down.
Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I can see helping prolong his career.
Pass to Edey. Here's Frazier. On the wing, Jones. Layup is good off the glass.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Butler.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Ooh, poked away. Here's Davis. And it's good for 2.
At that range, Davis is pretty much automatic. He's going to score it.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Starks. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Charlotte trails by 3. Here's Frazier from behind the arc.
Miami foul. First personal foul. First team foul. In for the Heat, Chris Bosh, Joe Dumars.
1:16 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Edey. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the triple. And that'll tie this game up.
defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Brent, you think about Jimmy Butler. Great in the regular season. Even better in the playoffs.
Yeah, extremely tough. I mean, he has grit and resilience, but tough-minded in the toughest moments, and that's where his teammates rely on him. Jimmy Butler shows up big come playoff time.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Your Charlotte answers.
55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the inside. Now here's Hardaway. No points so far. Pass to Starks. The three is up. Rebounded by Frazier.
And the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Right side Davis. And Davis slams it home.
AD gets near the rim, and it's lights out.
And here's Hardaway. And he drives in. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Jones up top. 4-3. Knocks it down from distance. Jones has got 5 now.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look, a great setup.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Man, some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes the 2 points, moves on. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Now here's Coulibaly. Right side Davis. The big man, AD, down low.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And Brett, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year, and the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to review the game plan.
Substitution on the court.
Charlotte leading by 5. Here's Frazier. And the 18-footer right on the mark. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Pass to Hardaway. They set the pick. And he lobs it up top. And it's Butler with the jam.
And I think Jimmy Butler has made that play before, just understanding how to score off the screen.
Here's Frazier. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Pass to Thibault. Inside. On the wing, Jones. Outside Thibault. Lets it go from deep. Jones misses. Heat trailed by 7. It's stolen by Thibault. To the middle. Here's Edey. And he dumps it. What a pass to set him up.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Bosh, no good. Here's Charlotte. They're on a 13-5 run. Jones from outside. Hardaway grabs the board. So it's Miami now. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Bosh has gotten his first basket of the night. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, it seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. The home team on D. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Butler. He's too much close to the rim.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Iverson. Yet to see a basket. Fires the 3. Miami grabs the miss. Butler with the ball. Picked up by Reeves. Leonard on the wing. To the paint. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, Leonard usually has humble assist numbers, but that doesn't mean he's not going to keep his eyes open.
On the wing, Reeves. There's a screen. Over Brunson. Done right side. Pass to Davis. And stolen by Claxton. In transition, here they come. Butler can't get it to go.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Brunson. After the basket by Charlotte. Shot clock at 6. And they're pushing it up. On up the court. Pass to Iverson. Here's Davis. Ooh, Davis with the athleticism.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And so it's Charlotte ending the quarter up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Charlotte leading by 10. Here's Frazier. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it. Frazier's got 8.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Pass to Claxton. Leonard outside. Down low. It's stolen by Dunn. And they're on the break. Here's Frazier. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Butler with the ball. Out to Leonard. Three-pointer. The rebound by Edey.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not.
First personal foul.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. And out of bounds, Charlotte will have it. Charlotte leading by 17. Here's Frazier. He's got 12. Outside Davis. Back to Jones. Here's Coulibaly. That three's off the mark.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Here's Leonard. Leonard spikes it down.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Here's Frazier. Driving inside.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, I settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Inside. Tipped away. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Up and in on the layup. Frazier's got 16 points.
Well, we've seen Davis expand his game. You can see it there with the playmaking.
Pass to Claxton. Now here's Easton. Coulibaly defending.
2 minutes remaining.
Leonard for 3. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Here's Charlotte. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Frazier. Leonard defending. .146 left in the third quarter. Frazier with the bucket.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Count the basket. Hardaway's gotten his second bucket of the game. Charlotte leading by 19. Here's Frazier. And it's Miami with a rebound.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
And there's the drive. To the inside. Crafty move. Back to Davis. 5 on the clock. And finished off by Davis.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Lays it up and banks it in. Hardaway's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Davis a screen. Going inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Hornets lead by 21.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Leonard. They set the screen. Looking to get it going. And it's blocked by Davis.
No surprised why AD has led the league in blocks before.
Bible. Off the mark there with a three. And so it's Charlotte. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for Miami. Outside for Butler. Back to Brunson. Tipped. 3-on-3. Pass to Iverson. Well, Brendan, the Players League, I think there's a point at which players have too much say.
Well, I don't know, B.A. I think it's always a fine line between what it is that both management and ownership is trying to do. This is entertainment after all. You got to lean into the players. You got to lean into the personalities. And as long as there's a respect for both of those areas, the league and the game will continue to grow.
Loves to put his head down and force the issue inside. Has the gift for playing downhill.
Here's Brunson. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Reeves. Driving to the basket. Oh, nice one-handed slam right there.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
That one's good for two.
That has to be devastating for the D to see Bosch send that shot up as soon as he touches it. Really hard to stop.
Pass to Iverson. Left side Reeves. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Reeves has got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
And the Heat making a change here. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance. Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Right side, Brunson. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Brunson with a great job of just the setup on that play.
Here's Frazier. Outside Jones. Pass to Thibault. Back to Jones. Here's Frazier. Into the lane. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Frazier's got 24 points.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Here's Frazier. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. 26 points for him.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
To the paint. Here's Jones.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Hornets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
That'll do it for this one. They've earned their 27th victory of the year tonight.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting. Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. He takes it in. And that one is stuffed right through.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
He loves it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Jones. To the right side. And Bosch gets it to go.
And really, CB wasn't really much of a perimeter shooter those first few years in Toronto, but over time, he continues to improve on that part of his game.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Davis down low. And Davis slams it home.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And so it's Charlotte winning this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll do it, folks.